God, that's nasty. You smell like keto. Ooh, boy, oh boy. Was this a topic I never thought I'd talk about on my YouTube channel? But we're here. We're going to talk about it. We're going to clear up some things. Come along. First, I got to reattach my thumbnail. No, literally my thumbnail. Not like YouTube thumbnail, but like my thumbnail fell off. So, hi everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you all for being here today. Yeah, we're going to talk about a topic that I've heard quite a bit about. I've gotten Facebook messages. I've been tagged. I have gone through the ringer with this subject of keto crotch. And yes, I'm putting it in quotations, and we'll get to why I'm putting it in quotations very soon. First, let's talk about what the keto diet is. Keto diet is limiting the amount of carbs that you eat so that your body starts to burn fat instead of burning carbs for fuel. And that's the very easy sum up of what the keto diet is. So if you're not familiar, maybe check out my What is the Lazy Keto Diet, What is Keto video. I have it on my channel, and I will link that for you in the description below and then up there somewhere. But now that you know that the keto diet is limiting carbs and upping your fat intake, and it's typically to lose weight, but a lot of people have used it for chronic illnesses, especially epilepsy, which is what it was originally created for. These people have had a lot of success with the keto diet and the keto way of eating. Now, what I'm being tagged in is this entire subject of keto crotch, and it all stems from an article in the magazine People magazine, and I'll link the article in the description below to keep everybody happy, but it's a load of crap. Now, the article from the People magazine was written by a lady named Julie Mazziota. I hope I'm not butchering her last name, but Miss Julie has written this article where she starts out explaining that the keto diet has been the biggest hit diet of 2018, and it was very popular with some smelly side effects. Now, she's not wrong about that. The keto diet does bring on things like the keto flu, which we've talked about, which is a couple-day process, not a big deal, and in that process you can experience some things like, you know, diarrhea and gas and things like that. However, there's also another side effect that she is citing, which is the keto breath symptom. And it does happen. Keto breath is a thing. Keto breath doesn't really stink. It more has like a metallic, or for some people like a fruity smell. It really doesn't, like, you don't emit the odor. You're not like breathing and then people can be like, oh God, that's nasty, you smell like keto. But it's definitely something that you would notice. I noticed a more like metal taste when I would swallow. It was almost kind of like irony. That's a part of keto. It goes away. It doesn't last forever. It's just while your body is getting used to the extra ketones in the very beginning of the diet before it regulates the ketones in your body. So it's not going to last. It's not a big deal. However, let's talk about this whole vaginal smell situation that they are referring to as keto crotch. The only way that your body can really, and again, I need to say, or for the first time, I need to say, I'm not a doctor. A lot of the information that I'm going to share about things that are medical here is coming from Dr. Ken D. Berry, MD. That's his YouTube, Dr. Ken Berry, but his YouTube is Dr. Ken D. Berry, MD, and he's wonderful. He's very smart, so I do watch his videos for a lot of advice and things like that, and he knows a lot about dieting, keto, and things like that. Go check him out. You know, make sure that you know you're getting your information from your doctor. But I will touch on what he said about this keto crotch. The only ways that your body can produce a strange or foul or different odor is with a difference in the pH balance of your vagina. Now, you're going to mostly notice these things in infections like vaginosis or yeast infections or bladder infections, things like that that are going to cause a smell for people. Also, another way for smell changes to happen is with hormones, which we all have. It's not something that comes with a diet. You have hormones. If you are a female, you have hormones. If you are a male, you have hormones. And for us ladies, there are certain times during the month or during our lifespan where our hormones are amped up or lower down, or, you know, things like that. That's why we are cryy, wonderful, beautiful, skin glowy beasts, because we are hormonal people. And that just comes with the territory. Now, talking about these, you know, ways to smell differently, especially when it comes to the infections like yeast or vaginosis or bladder, kidney, blah, blah, blah. When you are a diabetic person, you are more at risk for these infections, and it's a sad truth. I mean, it's just part of it, you know. A lot of things like eating a lot of high sugar or eating a high carb diet, even if you're not diabetic, these things can cause you to be more at risk for infections and things like that. The keto diet is an anti-inflammatory diet. It literally helps these problems. A lot of people with diabetes and things like that who have taken on the keto lifestyle are changing their bodies, not only outside, but the inside is changing so drastically. Dr. Ken, that I was just talking about, said that he's had women who have come to him for years and years, who have come into his practice 6 or 7 times a year to treat a vaginal infection such as yeast or vaginosis. Now that they've switched to the keto lifestyle, they are not coming in at all, or maybe 1 or 2 times a year, which is a massive difference. These things really do decrease when you start the keto diet, when you change up how you eat, and sugar can wreak havoc on the body. So when you get rid of sugar or you limit sugar, I mean, what else do you think is going to happen? You're going to have amazing results, especially when it comes to things like your vagina. Now, as for where this article came into play, it's in People magazine, like I said. She started mentioning that on the Reddit forums, there were hundreds of people asking for advice on how to get rid of this smelly keto crotch and how to fix the problem that they have with this smelly, strange odor that they're not used to, and is just, help, my vagina smells like keto crotch. No, that's not true. If you go to the Reddits, the subreddit, the r.keto or whatever it is, and you read, there is literally nothing when it comes to keto crotch except for hundreds of women saying, why are they saying there's something called keto crotch? What is it? Where did it come from? Etc. It's a lot of very confused people, but nobody talking about keto crotch actually being a real thing. Good Lord. Keto crotch got my mouth dry. Can't even talk. So in this magazine that this article presented itself in, I have to mention this, and I'm sorry. It's a theory. It's a theory. Don't sue me. In this magazine, there are 4-page ads and spreads from a company that rhymes with Smate Smotchers. Quit. Fake news, guys. Fake news. Fake news. Why? Why? Don't scare people away from something that's working. I don't understand. Now that that's over. So all of these articles that are presenting themselves in these magazines, especially People, all wind up having an ad for these companies who absolutely hate the idea of the keto diet. The keto diet freaks them out because they make money by selling you the idea that you should eat carbs. So when people all start switching over to the keto diet, it starts to make them panic a little bit. Instead of changing up the way that they do things and making it more comfortable for both people to enjoy, keto people and carb eating people to enjoy their diet and coming up with a new way of doing things, instead they invest a 4-page ad into a magazine and then completely just scrub the name of keto all across the pages and say that it's terrible and it's going to make your crotch smell. Because if you want to scare people away, tell them that their crotch is going to smell. So, I'm just saying. All of this being said, what has keto done to me? Do I notice a smell? Have I noticed anything different? No. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, but I have to be really boring here and say that I've not noticed any different smells, any changes in my vagina whatsoever. Everything seems to be a-okay down there. Yeah, so no weird crotch smell for me. Keto crotch is not a thing. I know many people on the keto diet who have not complained of any smells or any sort of strange discharges, which is something else that they're saying may happen. Nothing. No. Keto crotch is fake news, guys. With all of that being said, I'm here to tell you, as your neighborhood friend and your keto, tried and true person. Oh, by the way, I've done keto for over 10 months and none of this has happened to me. So, by the way, 10 months. I'm going up on a year here and never. But with all of this being said, me being your keto friend that can tell you kind of how it's worked for me and how it's worked for many people who I personally know, I will say that no, this is not a thing. It is not going to be a thing. And if you notice a smell or a strange discharge, then you should go to your doctor. Again, I will say I am not a doctor. Do not take medical advice from me. If you are diabetic, if you are noticing any strange smells, any of the things that were mentioned in this video, please take it up with your doctor and your professionals. As for me, this has been my experience with the keto diet and this keto crotch that has just not happened for me. In the end, carry on, guys. Keto on. And if you were one of the people who happened to message me or tag me in one of these articles and you are now watching this video because I'm posting this on my Facebook because you guys, you came for me. You came for me. I'm here to tell you. I'm A-okay, man. Everybody have a wonderful day. No, have a magical day and keto on.